Welcome into Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham, on our brand new Bears YouTube channel, Chicago Bears Now. So make sure you're subscribed, chatsports.com/Bears. If you were sent over here from our main Chat Sports YouTube channel, you know the news of the day regarding the Bears is Clancy Barone hired as the new tight ends coach. If you're watching for the first time on our Bears YouTube channel, here's the latest there. Matt Nagy brings in Barone, a guy who's bounced around the NFL the last decade and a half as an offensive line coach and a tight ends coach. Bears fired Kevin Gilbride, the tight ends coach, last week. Had to upgrade at that spot with the production being as bad as it was this season. Bears tight end production among the worst in the NFL in 2019. Just a little bit of background info on Barone here. Like I said, last decade and a half or so with the Falcons, Chargers, Broncos, Vikings, has that NFC North experience, was with the Vikings just a couple of seasons ago, sat out 2019. Back in 2020 as Matt Nagy brings him in as the tight ends coach moving forward. I think it's a good move. Had to upgrade there. He is certainly a veteran coach in the NFL that knows the tight end position. Now, I want to get into 3 tight end targets that the Bears could go after in free agency in today's video, starting with Tyler Eifert. I know a lot of you are thinking, Eifert, he hadn't been good in 5 or 6 years. He's hurt all the time. Well, played in all 16 games for the first time in his career this year. You probably don't know that because, well, the Cincinnati Bengals stink and no one watched him this year, but he was actually pretty productive. Of course, the last 3 seasons, there were major injury concerns, only played in 14 games, but I think this is a good bargain value option at tight end for the Bears if they don't want to spend big on a tight end. Maybe you pair him with Trey Burton, run some 2 tight end sets. If you look at the numbers there, 43 grabs, 436 yards, and 3 tight ends. Only started in 4 games this year as the Bengals went with some younger options at times as they are clearly in rebuild mode. He makes some sense, probably wants to go to a team who has a better chance to contend, which I think Chicago can in 2020. Tyler Eifert, my number 3 tight end target this offseason. Now, if you're watching for the first time on our brand new Bears YouTube channel, first of all, thank you. And second of all, I want to tell you what we're going to be doing throughout the offseason. The latest rumors, the latest news, free agency stuff like we're doing today, draft coverage, and much, much more. I'm going to be diving deep into the draft throughout the next couple of months. Got to get subscribed today. The link's below, chatsports.com/Bears, but you're watching right now, so just hit that big red button. Get subscribed today. We'll keep this channel growing. Number 2 guy here, Hunter Henry, the tight end out of the Chargers, the young player. Like Eifert, has had some injury concerns, but I don't know if he's necessarily injury prone. He missed all of 2018, had the major injury, did not play that year, but he bounced back this year, played in 12 games, and had a nice season. The question I have is, are the Chargers going to pay him? Because I think he's going to demand upwards of $10 million per year. I think he could get a 4-year, $40 million type of contract, and do the Chargers want to do that? Phillip Rivers is a question mark for them. I hit on my Bears quarterback targets video just the other day that Chicago might look at Phillip Rivers. What do the Chargers want to do and spend their money on this offseason? Maybe it's not Hunter Henry. Maybe the Bears can target him this offseason. When he's healthy, he's one of the best young tight ends in the NFL. In just 12 games this year, you see the numbers right there. 55 catches, over 650 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He is a quarterback-friendly player. Mitch Trubisky would benefit greatly from a guy like Hunter Henry. And he would benefit even more, in my opinion, from Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper, guys, has quietly become one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Outside of a Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz, and George Kittle, I think Hooper might be that number 4 guy right now. He's been that productive in Atlanta with Matt Ryan. 6th most among tight ends in receiving this year, and he missed 3 games. He was going to have about a 1,000-yard season if he played in all 16. 6 touchdowns this year at 75 catches. Austin Hooper did. Became a good red zone target for Matt Ryan this year as well. 11 yards a catch. He works the seam extremely, extremely well. Can really run. Improved as a blocker as well. And you mentioned, too, Clancy Barone coming in. Has offensive line coaching experience as well. So he will emphasize the blocking side of things as well, not just the receiving side of things. I think Austin Hooper is the best tight end out there on the market. He isn't as injury prone as a guy like Tyler Eifert or a Hunter Henry who's going to cost a lot. Austin Hooper is going to be worth every penny because he's going to be available and he's going to be very, very productive. Out of these three, which tight end would you rather sign? Type TE for Tyler Eifert, type HH for Hunter Henry, type AH for Austin Hooper. Bears have a lot to consider here, considering the money difference there. If you want to go bargain hunting, I'm typing Tyler Eifert, but I would love to see Austin Hooper in this offense, so I'm typing AH. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section.